Hey YouTube, what is going on? Got a new video for you here today, and in this video I am going to be using Pokemon for the Ubers tier, primarily Arceus and Shaymin-S. I was requested by Leaf Blady to use Arceus. There he is on my team, gonna be using him. But talking about my team real quick, this team is mainly meant to take on a majority of the threats in the Uber tier, such as Xerneas with Ditto, or Scizor, or even Crawdon with priority. And Ditto pretty much takes on anything that likes to boost and get a little bit greedy, which is really fun to do. Smeargle is just there to put up hazards and prevent others from putting them up or taunting him with Magic Coat. And yeah, so Arceus, you know what it does. It's always really setup oriented, and Shaymin loves to flinch hacks things and just in general, that's what it does. So look at my opponent's team. Mega Kangaskhan is always a problem. Giratina can always cause problems. Arceus can always cause problems, and Kyogre is a threat. Jirachi, I'm not so concerned about because of the fact that I do have my Crawdon. So starting this battle off, they are going to lead off with their Ariados, and I lead off with my Smeargle. Now, first turn I do go for the Magic Coat, knowing they won't be able to go for Sticky Web or Toxic Spikes, but on the second turn I get up my own Sticky Web, and then I bounce back their Sticky Web. So it's just a hazards kind of war thing going on here, and he finally gets up his own Sticky Web. As I bounce back on the following turn, one layer of Toxic Spikes, and then Magic Coat bounce a second one. So he's going to go into Giratina here, and I just Spore it, and then I wanted a free switch to go into, I believe, Shaymin-S, predicting the Will-O-Wisp, but unfortunately they are going to go for the Defog, which technically, quite fortunately for me, removes all hazards, so I won't have to deal with Sticky Web at all. So on the switch, I am going to set up a substitute, then go for the Leech Seed, as their Ice Beam will break my sub. So after the Leech Seed and Leftovers recovery, I will be back up at full, and I'm going to see how successfully I can sub-seed stall this Arceus Electric here. But he sees what I'm doing and wants to switch right into Kangaskhan here, and I didn't really want to waste a sub, knowing that I could potentially get Leftovers recovery, but unfortunately this Kangaskhan does have the Fake Out, which flinches me and costs me about 15% of my HP, but not really a big deal, as he does predict the Air Slash switching in Arceus Electric. I could have easily subbed down the possible Sucker Punch, but I do switch into Smeargle as Death Fodder on that Ice Beam, and I switch right into Arceus. Now, unfortunately, even though I do get +2, I am Leftovers and not Life Orbed, and I do believe that with that Life Orb, I could have OHKO'd the Giratina, but he does get the Will-O-Wisp off on me, so he does predict my second Shadow Claw nicely, goes right into Mega Kangaskhan, and I'm going to switch right into my Scizor here, predicting either the Fake Out or the Power Up Punch. Now, the reason I went into Scizor here was because I really wanted to bait him to go for the Power Up Punch to start boosting in my face, which is the reason I went for Roost. And now he's just going to go for the Crunch, does massive amounts of damage with Parental Bond, but I am going to go for the U-turn here, hoping to get a safe switch into Ditto, and that's exactly what I do. Now I'm Choice Scarfed, I'm at +2, predicted Giratina switching nicely, going for that Crunch. Now, goes right into his Kyogre, and here's where some hilarity ensues. First Crunch, great. Second Crunch, knocks him out because of the defense drop. Second Pokemon to go down, Arceus takes the defense drop on the first Crunch and goes out to the second hit, and then he just forfeits because pretty much over from there. Between the rain being up, me having Crawdon, Jirachi being weak to Crawdon stab, all that kind of stuff boils down to him practically losing because that small amount of defense drops hacks. But so that is the first battle. Second battle, we do see a Sand team, which doesn't really look like it relies too heavily on it, but I should be able to take it on well, as long as I do keep Crawdon and Arceus alive. Arceus looks like it can take on his entire team well, just so long as I don't let it take any prior damage. So starting off the battle, they're going to lead off with Malamar, and I'm going to lead off with my Smeargle. Unfortunately, their Quick Claw enables them to move first, not allowing my Spore to put it asleep. So the Quick Claw didn't really matter because I do believe Malamar is naturally faster than Smeargle, but going for the Superpower does do a fairly decent chunk to the Mega Scizor, but I'm just going to go for the U-turn, knowing I can knock out its sub and get a free switch into Ditto. So copying those stat changes, I'm just going to go for the Night Slash. Does a fairly decent chunk of damage, but they do set up a sub and go for the Topsy-Turvy, switching the stat boost, and unfortunately Quick Claw is going to activate again, and I won't be able to knock it out with a Night Slash, but I am going to go into my Crawdaunt and just easily take that Night Slash and go for the Choice Banded Aqua Jet, which will easily knock out the Malamar. So in comes Mewtwo and Mega Evolves into Mewtwo. Why? But I'm just going to stand and go for the Choice Banded Aqua Jet, knowing that it's going to do a massive amount of damage, which it does. So going right back into Mega Scizor, I know I'm free to go for a Bullet Punch, and it does enough to knock out the Mega Mewtwo Y. So now I'm going to go into Ditto, thinking I could take a Resisted Judgment, but that doesn't happen because of my lower base HP. So now I'm just going to go right into my Arceus, knowing as long as he doesn't have the Will-O-Wisp, I should be free to set up. So I get to +2, go for the E-Speed, does a very good amount of damage. Judgment will do about 30-40% there, goes for his own E-Speed, but the Extreme Speed will knock him out the following turn. So comes in here to Aegislash. No, you're not taking that. Goes into Tyranitar now, unable to take a +2 Earthquake. However, he did go into his Tyranitar to get up the sand, which will enable the Excadrill to outspeed me. So I'm forced to go for the Extreme Speed over the Earthquake because of Sand Rush, and he knocks me out with Brick Break. Now, here I just went into Smeargle, not realizing that he had the Life Orb. So I just wanted to live with my Focus Sash, go down to the Sandstorm, and put him to sleep, just on the slim chance that Scizor's Bullet Punch won't knock it out. However, it does safely knock it out. So that is going to be the battle. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed those two battles right there. Good suggestion, Leaf Blade using Arceus in Ubers really worked out well for me. And yeah, so I will get to those other Pokemon that you guys did recommend or request for me to use in battles. So anyways, this is the first one of many. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below, let me know what other Pokemon you would like me to use, and subscribe. So once again, thank you all for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you all later.